obviously TikTok has been a saving grace for a lot of people during quarantine and amid the coronavirus pandemic. But now we are trying to figure out whether or not it's going to get banned from the US. This all happened after on Friday, President Trump had TikTok influencers, fans, and users completely panicked after he said he was looking into a possible ban of the app here in the US. Trump's statements, come after his administration said it was looking at a potential ban due to heightened tensions between the US and China. You guys will remember, of course, TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, ByteDance, and there are apparently fears that the app is giving the Chinese government access to Americans' user data. So then flash forward to Monday afternoon, and Trump actually backtracked on his previous threat, saying that as long as the app is going to be owned by a U.S. company like Microsoft, then he won't ban it. Otherwise, he says the app is going away and would close down. He gave it a date, Mel, September 15th. He says
I
the app
know.
would close September 15th unless, quote, Microsoft or somebody else is able to buy it and work out a deal. So here's the thing, though, is Microsoft apparently is already in talks to buy the app. And it said in a statement on Sunday before Trump's statement that it will move quickly to pursue discussions with TikTok's parent company ByteDance in a matter of weeks. And in any event, completing these discussions no later than September 15th. So that's where Trump got that date from Microsoft's statement. But obviously, this really has rattled people who are in love with the app and also use it and
Mhm.
are literally TikTok stars. Like, this is their career.
Exactly. This is some people's livelihood. So it was understandable seeing people online crying this week. A lot of huge TikTok influencers were on TikTok telling their followers, follow me on my other social media platforms just in case. We even had Addison Rae. She kind of poked fun at it a little bit. It's a serious situation, but she did poke fun at it a bit. She actually dropped out of college to pursue a full time influencer career. So this is a video of her knocking on LSU's door saying that, hey, she needs to be let back in. So this not only affects viewers who love TikTok, and this summer, especially quarantine, TikTok has saved a lot of our, I don't want to say it's just been very inspirational and influential in all of our lives because we've been spending most of our days on TikTok or recreating these challenges. So it's been a huge part of our lives, but not
Mm-hmm.
only for the influencers and people who are fans of TikTok, but you have to think about how this is going to affect the music industry or
Oh, yeah,
advertisers, like the music
absolutely.
industry in particular, like they've recently just got on the bandwagon of TikTok and are using these influencers to make these hits. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot at play when it comes to TikTok potentially being banned. ET recently spoke with Nessa Barrett about this situation. She's a huge TikToker, and here's her take on a potential ban.
I don't think it'll really hurt a lot of people, but I think every one of us is just so grateful to grow such a strong fan base on TikTok that we were able to spread it out to every platform, and it just benefits us in the long run.
Nessa's remarks to us also come after a group of TikTok influencers, TikTok creators actually penned an open letter, or I should say signed an open letter directed straight to President Trump about why he maybe should take a step back and reconsider banning the app from the US. And obviously these are people whose livelihood is creating content for social media and also TikTok. But they also voice their concerns because to them this app, compared to all the other social media platforms, gave people a more inclusive and diverse group of voices that they can be exposed
Mm.
to. And not to mention, it gave people a voice, is what they were arguing. They were saying that, like, it counters kind of the growing polarization in the US of like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They made the argument that those apps create kind of personalized news feeds oriented to the person
Mm.
interacting with it. So it's a little more, I don't know, how would you describe it? It's like more catered to them, and you miss opportunities to also be exposed to people who might not have shared the same ideas as you or the same creativity,
Yeah.
the same kind of content. And so they signed this, and we're really hoping to fight for it. To fight for this app because it's really, as they say, giving a voice to the generation. And it includes diverse voices.
Right. And when you think of TikTok, you think of Gen Z, right? This
Yeah.
is their app. This is where they've been able to even start political conversation and spread news and
Oh,
information that has
so
been
true.
very valuable this summer. So it is a scary situation, but there are other apps that people are looking to now if this
Hmm.
potential ban actually happens. Facebook's Instagram, we know that Facebook owns Instagram. They're actually coming out with an app called Instagram Reel, which
Yeah.
is very similar to TikTok. You can basically do the same thing, and then it's already connected to your Instagram. So that's a plus there. So all
And
hope isn't lost. So this new app, Instagram Reel, is actually supposed to launch sometime in August. So it's going to be here pretty soon. So it'll be interesting to see between now and September if
yeah.
TikTok eventually gets banned or if it ends up staying around, how these two will compete with each other.
And that's the thing. I think it's all about the competition because I know that the timing of all of this is kind of suspect. And you're like, did they know this was going to happen? Instagram and Facebook. But I do feel like just like when they launched Instagram Stories as a competitor to Snapchat, they probably have been working to build a product that would compete directly against TikTok. Because the beauty of Instagram Stories when it first launched was like, oh well, now everything's happening all in one app. Like you don't have to jump. And
Right.
so with the growing popularity of TikTok, I'm not surprised that they are launching something that can compete against it. But there are other apps. Yeah, there was a report out by TubeFilter saying that Triller was actually reaching out to TikTok creators and offering like six figures to get them to make the jump from TikTok to Triller, and move their content and their following there. And in fact, we actually caught up with Josh Richards, who has made that jump, and he talked about his decision behind it.
We started hearing like the rumors about TikTok, I'll say, in the media and news. And then with that, we felt like it was kind of like our innate responsibility to go and find a place that would be safe for other creators. And then we met with the Triller team, and they just were very forward thinking. They're an app that's by the artist for the artist, and they just make creators feel welcome. They listen out to our ideas, which we haven't had a lot of on other platforms. So it's just very refreshing.
So there's multiple options here, but I'm also
Mm-hmm.
going to predict that whether or not Microsoft or some other US company buys TikTok, I don't think it's just like this on and off
Mm-hmm.
switch. I think it's going to be a while before we see the effects of whatever President Trump is ordering. I personally feel like it's not going to go anywhere, at least anytime soon. I don't know what you think.
Well, it's interesting because I read some articles, and some people basically said in other countries where this happened, Hong Kong in particular, they actually, you can get on the app and it will tell you you no longer can access this app. And at that
Mhm.
point, you couldn't use it anymore. So for some other countries where this happened, it was an on and off switch.
Well, he's also going off the wrong group of people. Gen Z, they're savage, they are creative, they are resilient. Like, I'm gonna wonder what the effects of this will be. And I'm sure they'll find. I was even seeing a TikTok about people saying how to not get banned from TikTok. It's like changing the settings to Canada. I'm just saying, Gen Z knows how to
Are you
get the job
serious?
done, and they go for what they want. Yeah, so I'm just like,
Yes.
it's just a warning. It's like, don't count them out. Do not count out Generation Z.
Right.
Okay, I'm
Well,
just saying.
no, we learned that this summer through this whole
Exactly.
pandemic with their graduations, their prom. We know that they are
The Black Lives
resilient
Matter
and
movement.
no matter what, exactly, they will
Yeah.
they will push through. So it's not the end of the world, people who love TikTok. It's not.
Yes.